Greetings, Ani, Bojo, Kwe, Tansi. It's Catherine here with Brian, and we run Moonstarlodge, bringing you indigenous perspectives on all things spiritual and cartomancy. We also deal with art and spirituality and general issues in education from an Anishinaabeg, Algonquin perspective. So, as you can tell, I've flubbed my opening already because I'm a little anxious about this reading. This is the reading for December 11th to 17th. And we've decided to film both this reading and next week's reading with the same decks and at the same time, because there are significant lunar, astrological, moon cycle issues as we move to the end of the year in preparation for the beginning of the next. So I've changed it up. You will see in a moment. I've got the medicine wheel layout. I've pulled out all indigenous cards. And I need to discuss why this next 2 weeks is really, really important. So I'm going to show you the decks that we're using for the next 2 weeks, and there will be a picture of them available. And I have to get rid of the boxes off the table because this is such a huge spread. I will be overwhelmed if I don't get the boxes away from the cards. So, for the dotems, we're using the Naked Heart Tarot, the Marigold Tarot for some of the ancestors, the Dreamweaver's Oracle for ancestor and general spirit guides, actually. Dreamweavers, the intention was spirit guides who aren't ancestors. The Shaman's Dream for the shamanic perspective, the Moonology Oracle cards for an astrological input. The main tarot is the Star That Never Walks Around. Another oracle is the Sacred Medicine Oracle by Asha Frost, who is also Anishinaabeg, Kwe. The Earthbone Oracle, which is earth elements and earth spirit information. And finally, Wisdom of the Elders Oracle by Mi'kmaq teacher named Sean Leonard. And Brian is Mi'kmaq ancestry. And of course, I had to bring back A Voice from the Earth by Judith Pintar for such an important reading as today. So before we get to the cards, I want to explain what's going on in our world. Because of the nature of the way the moon cycles have fallen this year, our next moon cycle for the year of 2024, Moon Cycle 1, Talks with Relations, starts on December 12th. It's the closest new moon to winter solstice, which is typically the point when we would begin a new year. That's our new year. So if I show you a picture of the medicine wheel, you will see that we have east, south, west, and north, and Brian has put very prominent numbers representing in a perfect year when the moon cycles would happen. But the moon cycles change every year when they start. There's approximately 29.6 days in a moon cycle, but it varies depending how far the moon is from the earth. And so every moon cycle is a slightly different length. Anyway, as we approach here, we are in the 12th moon cycle right now, and it ends on December 11th. So that's exactly when the new moon starts, is the 12th. This is when we would celebrate our new year on solstice. So we don't have a 13th moon cycle because we're still in the 12th. We go from walks tall woman, gives praise woman, who is the grandmother of the 12th moon cycle, right into talks with relations on December 12th. So we missed the 13th moon cycle in 2023 in order to make it work properly from year to year. Every once in a while, about every 3 or 4 years, we miss the 13th moon cycle as a moon cycle. The 13th moon cycle grandmother is called Becomes Her Vision. And I'm going to read you a little bit about what Becomes Her Vision stands for. She is the guardian of transformation and transmutation. Hold that thought because of the reading. She is the keeper of the emergence of spirit into physical form, the mother of all chemical changes and rites of passage into wholeness, the guardian of personal history, the guardian of becoming and myth. She teaches us how to become our vision and own our wholeness, how to release the old self and step into the realized dream, how to honor the process that brought us through the changes and transformations, how to mark the rite of passage into wholeness and celebrate the vision we have become. She teaches us how to be the truth. So in the teachings, it is about walking all, hopefully, 13 moon cycles. So the first 12, we learn our lessons year after year after year. We walk the medicine wheel. And then in the 13th moon cycle, we get to appropriate them, to take them in, to transform with them, and transmute anything shadowy that became out of balance. We get to grow. We elevate our energies, our vibrations, so to speak. So what happens in a year like this year, 2023, when there is no 13th moon cycle? Well, the grandmother still exists. She's still in our planetary sphere. So the opportunity here is to connect with Becomes Her Vision between new moon on the 12th and winter solstice on the 21st. So that's a very special, approximately 10-day period where her energies will still be available to us, although according to the calendar, we've already stepped into talks with relations. Now let me read you about talks with relations. Talks with relations is the mother of nature, the keeper of rhythm, weather, and the season guardian, and guardian of the language of trees, stones, and creatures. She is the maker of relatives, the keeper of Earth's needs, the mother of the planetary family. She teaches us how to understand unspoken languages of nature, kinship with all life forms, and how to enter the sacred spaces of others with respect, how to honor cycles, rhythms, and changes of the seasons and weather, how to meld with the life force and rhythms in all dimensions, learning the truths of each one. She teaches us how to learn the truth. So here we have Walks Tall Woman who is telling us her truth, which is to be grateful for the truth. We have about 10 days with the energies of Becomes Her Vision, who teaches us how to be the truth, and then Talks with Relations about learning the truth. So you can appreciate why I felt a little nervous about this teaching today. It's a very impactful time. It always occurs at this point of year, but now we've got a compressed opportunity to work with Becomes Her Vision rather than a whole, 10 days instead of 29.6 days, because she isn't present to us beyond that technically. So we're looking at a lot of transformation here. The next aspect here, the new moon starts on December 12th at, I think 6:32, yes, in the evening. So 6 p.m., so 1832 hours. The full moon is on December 26th. So not this week's reading, but next week's reading ends a couple days before the full moon. So we're building through the first and second quarters of these, the Talks with Relations moon cycle. But of course, as I mentioned, we have winter solstice, which comes in on December 21st at 10:57 a.m. A lot to process there. An awful lot to process if you sit and think about it and follow the traditions of the medicine wheel. I think part of what brought me to come back to this, it isn't just honoring the teachings, but it's also because Brian and I had our 28th wedding anniversary on the 9th. So just a couple days before this reading. Well, we actually haven't had it yet because we're filming a day before that. But Brian and I, in walking the 28 years, we followed the wheel actually for one complete year to the day before we got married. So we are 29 years walking the wheel together. So this walking of the wheel is important. We normally renew our vows every 7 years, so this would be the 4th time we would renew our vows if that opportunity allowed for it. And it's a statement. Every time we walk the wheel, it's like a slinky. We go up yet another turn, and hopefully we can take on and really integrate the beautiful transformation as we elevate our wisdom walk, because that's what a medicine wheel gives us, is a wisdom walk. So, before I get any more emotional, let's go to the cards, Brian. And you can tell with my coffee sitting here in the middle of this that we need coffee today. So, here's our same medicine wheel as in the picture I showed you, east, south, west, and north. The 4 tarot cards representing the principal messages are here. These are the ancestor cards. We have teacher cards here. We have shaman cards here. And this is from the earth, the Gaia. This is a totem. And we do have an astrological card here in the mix. Which I don't know what I did with it. Oh, right in the middle. There we go. Okay. So, remembering I have limited vision, so this is why I lose my cards. So we're going to start in the east. We always start the circle in the east. And the tarot card here is the Six of Turtles, which is the same as the Six of Earth, which is our generosity. Now, it's material, earthbound, third dimension stuff that represents this suit. The very practical things of living in a physical body in a third dimensional life. But it's the act of giving and of receiving, and how appropriate for this time of year. And it's clarified here by the Dreamweaver's card, all the diamonds in the sky. And I'm going to read you what this represents just very quickly. The essential meaning is limitless potential and possibilities that are unique to each and every one of us. So the overarching energy is we all have unique opportunities opening up for us. We all have these opportunities, but they are unique to the individual. So my opportunity that opens for me is going to be different than opens for each and every one of you, because it depends on our life circumstances and our journeys. We are moving out of limiting beliefs and reaching for the stars and trusting, knowing and owning that you will reach them. So what a beautiful significator here for the opening of our circle with its clarifier. Now I'm going to move to the south position on the wheel, which is the Tower card from the Major Arcana. So an abrupt change. Abrupt change is coming during this week, because still we are talking about the 11th to the 17th and that new moon that is plunked in our New Year's Day, so to speak, on the 12th. So this New Year's Day brings in an abrupt change in our life. And it's predicated by not predicated, it is clarified by drum medicine, which is the heartbeat. We even named our dog Ode, which means heart, and it's the same word for drum, because that regulation will allow us staying in the moment and staying with the change, doing our ceremony, drumming, calling in the energies of the Creator and the ancestors, the spirit guides, and all of creation to help us come through this dramatic change, which may, people tend to assume it's a terrible thing. No, no, no. This is about just an abrupt change. And because we're starting on such a positive note, we're going to continue with that. The next card in the west is death. Death isn't physical death, it's transformation. So don't get weirded out here. We are moving to the same transformation that was called upon in this card, and also in what weaves or becomes her vision is all about, is transformation and transmutation. So what a beautiful card to clarify it. This is a card of earth and spirit, the all that is. And so it's a card of the Gaia. It's a pregnant belly opportunity, reaching for the moon, reaching for the ancestors. So we are meant to be in the here and now as we face this transformation. We're not going anywhere. We are evolving spiritually, and these new opportunities that have been heralded here for us are showing their signs of their incubation and manifesting. In the north, this card is the 10 of Thunderbirds, my clan. It's the 10 of Wands. So it's the laying down of all the burdens of the year laying down, letting them go, not turning our heads backwards to continue to mull over things we've done and, we need to look forward. So we're letting down the burdens, being very, how can I put it, self-congratulatory about everything that we have accomplished in 2023. It's been a tough year, but we've shown our resilience. This card represents a totem for the year for us, and it is the same as the Gaia concept. It is Turtle Mother. Turtle Mother has pulled into our shell. It's the Four of Swords. It is a time of deep rest. We've come through the Three of Swords, which can mean some pretty heartbreaking things, but it's also the wisdom that we've learned, the beautiful, beautiful wisdom that we've gained from the tough times. So now we get a chance to rest through this week, through this talks with relations time. It's about acknowledging winter and rest. So Turtle Mother is reminding us to rest this week. And now I'm going to go over here in the Northwest to the ancestors. These are spirit guides. These are ancestors, okay? Oh, sorry, I didn't clarify the north position here. The elders message, so these are not direct ancestors of each one of us, but these are our elders and spirit guides, are talking about sage and sacred medicine cleansing. So it's important to remember our rituals, our drumming, our saging, ritualizing. Winter is the time that we repair our ritual sacred objects, if we can. If they've served their purpose, we send them back to the earth. But this is the time that we focus on ritual and thinking about how we're manifesting all this beautiful stuff. Okay, now I will go here to these ancestors. So this is the Two of Wands. It's a new dream. It's a new beginning. And that's following the Ten of Wands, letting down the old 2023. This is making the choices necessary in a balanced way to move in a new direction with passion and spiritually infused. This ancestor card is Portal. There's originality, idealism, and progression in this card. And this is about the same thing here, transformation, rebirth, sudden change. So we are entering a portal, a spiritual portal, particularly when we do our ceremonies. This ancestor is also a death card. So it's reaffirming that this transformation is serious and it's an amazing thing. Coming down here to the shamanic wisdom, we have Caterpillar. Caterpillar is pure opportunity and trusting opportunity. So when the caterpillar goes into its chrysalis stage to emerge as a butterfly, it doesn't know that that's what's coming. It's just guided intuitively to take the next step. And it doesn't know that it's going to turn into a big pile of goo that reforms into this beautiful, transformative, non-earthbound entity. Once it's the butterfly or the moth or the dragonfly, but whatever it's evolving into, the metamorphosis is beyond what it can comprehend when it's in the caterpillar stage. So this is telling us, the shaman are telling us, we are pure opportunity here waiting to manifest. And this shaman card is Netcaster. And it's about our preparations for this journey will come to fruition. Well, how do we prepare? We sit with our ancestors, we talk with relations, we talk with these three grandmothers. Gives praise woman, becomes her vision, and talks with relations. We do our ceremonies and we prepare. The center card tells me everything I need to know about what's coming. And this is the moon's, what the moon, the beautiful moon itself says to us is believe in the impossible. It is the energy of a blue moon. So that's a very unique, rare happenstance, a blue moon. Okay, Brian, you can flip the camera. So, this is part 1. Part 2 will follow for next week. And I will, as I said earlier, reuse these same decks to see what they tell us about the second week. That leads us to the full moon of talks with relations and comes with the promise of winter solstice. So, as always, if you like this reading, give us a thumbs up and please subscribe. It doesn't cost anything. It's more support for the channel. It helps the analytics. All the information on how to send me a coffee is at the end of the video or down below in the description. You're not just sending me a coffee, you're sending support for Brian as well and all his administrative stuff and software he has to pay for and stuff he has to do. It takes him hours to do these videos, and I appreciate that he does. We wish you the very best in this transitional week as we move through into talks with relations. So, have a wonderful, wonderful new moon. Aho.